Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alestra. I'm also the founder of Positive Pathways. That is my HSV support community. If you're looking to heal, like actually heal your body, manage your outbreaks, maybe you're going through some things mentally, emotionally, click the link in my bio and join Positive Pathways Healing Discord. Love to see you there. Yo, I am like, I'm long overdue for this video. I owe y'all a Hinge update. Let me just preface this by saying I'm just not really in the mood to date men. Does that make sense? Like, the thought of dating seems exhausting to me. It took a lot of effort on my end to keep up with these guys. But I talked to a few guys off of Hinge, and you know, they were great guys. Now, they did not have HSV, but one, just listen, one of them was suspect. He claimed that he didn't have HSV. However, yo, maybe I'm just tripping. Let me know in the comments, am I tripping? Am I judging him, right? Am I being judgmental? But he was already into the holistic way of life. He takes all of these supplements, black seed oil, zinc, oil of oregano, but he doesn't take lysine. So I was kind of like, but maybe he knew that lysine would trigger, like, you got it. But he does all of that. He was just like, he's really aware of like Yaki. And granted, okay, Yaki does a lot of different things, right? But let's be for real. When people mention Yaki, you got that hurt the perp, right? Like, you got that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like tripping, but I was just like, oh. And now I didn't ask him for his results because we were like in the early stages. Also too, like, I'm not going to be intimate with this person. Like, he knew, of course, because my status was on my Hinge profile. But yo, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. And not just because of that, but also too, like, I'm not in a place to date. Like, there is dating again, like, it's exhausting emotionally and mentally just to have to keep up with somebody and to have to text someone on a daily basis and throughout the day at that. I didn't want to do that. I'm not ready to do that. However, I will say this. I was walking my dog a couple weeks ago and minding my business and then voice note to my friend, and this YN pulls up on me. And I'm like, how old are you? Because he was like trying to hit on me. I'm just like, you know, you just like, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just like, okay, let's give him some conversation so he can be on his merry way. So I'm just like, I already could peep that he's young. So I'm just like, how old are you? Because he was like, hey, let me get your phone number. Let me take you out sometime. I was like, oh, how old are you? He was like 25. I was like, yeah, I'm like 10 years your senior. He was like, that's just the number. So for him to leave, because again, he's a YN, okay? He's a YN, okay? Like, he looked like he just pulled out a ski mask. So I'm just like, okay, let me just give this man my phone number because we live in the same neighborhood, of course, right? Like, let me just be, you know, give him my phone number. He immediately FaceTimes me maybe like an hour later. I don't know what it is about people FaceTiming people for the first, like, communication, like, interaction. But I'm not a FaceTimer. I don't want to FaceTime you because I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing to talk to you. Like, you're not going to be the focus if we FaceTime. I can talk on the phone with you on speaker, right? Because I'm doing other things, right? But I don't want to, I'm not going to hold the phone so you can see me. I'm just not. But, yeah, he was like really trying hard or whatever. He was just like, you real busy, huh? You real busy. And now I'm just like, he's a cool dude though. He's a cool dude. And I think I am just going to entertain him. And I wanted to like disclose to him because I was telling my homegirl, I'm like, you know, I have this feeling like, I just want to get back to the community and really, you know, educate children. And while he's not a child, he's 10 years younger than me. So to me, it's just like, I feel like I'm robbing a cradle. So I was just like, it might be a good opportunity for me to disclose to him, right? Because maybe it'll help him when he encounters another woman that who wants him and he wants her, and she might have it. And he'll know how to navigate that, right? But also too, he might cuss me out. No, I don't really care, but I'm going to disclose to that person. But yo, the reason why I wanted to tell you guys this update because yo, girl likes somebody. I like somebody. I really like him. However, since I am busy and I know that I'm just not in a place to really, I don't have the bandwidth to pour into someone mentally and emotionally, right? I can't give him all that he needs. However, okay, when I went to Afrotech the first time in 2022, I met this man and I was just like, I saw him and I immediately in my mind, I was like, he has husband written all over him. Husband written all over him. But I was with my ex. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was dealing with my ex. But I was just like, and we just had a connection, right? We just, but then, okay, I met this other woman at Afrotech and, you know, girl code, and she was like, she was feeling him too, which is cool. I mean, again, I told y'all he had husband written all over him. He's attractive, beautiful smile, beautiful skin, his voice, the way he carries himself. He's just super intelligent, right? He's an entrepreneur. He's a really successful entrepreneur at that. But like, he's just a good dude. You know what I'm saying? But since I was playing it safe, because, you know, I'm dealing with my ex, blocking my blessings, she went ahead and she was, you know what I'm saying, with him. So I was like, damn. When she told me that, I was like, ooh, okay, let me just, you know, put that to the side. But I never forgot him. But I was mad that she kind of like, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. It was more so kind of like a little, I guess I was a little salty. Like, girl, he had husband written all over him. But also too, at the same time, like, I knew that I had herpes or whatever, and again, he had husband written all over him, and I was just like, man, he don't need to be dealing with that. He does not need to deal. But keep in mind, this is when I first found out, so my mindset was different, right? I was still like, well, it's me, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of like, I didn't want to burden him with that. Because when I tell y'all we had a connection, like we had a vibe. You know how you have a vibe, like you just, it's something like the chemistry. And plus I had, again, my ex at home. But I was just like, I didn't want to burden him with me having herpes and him having to navigate. Like, I want him to be able to have someone where he can be free with. And not have to be like, ooh, you good? You having that break? But now I'm a lot more educated, right, than I was when I first found out. And I've accepted my diagnosis. I'm confident who I am as a woman. I'm confident in what value I possess, what I can bring to a union, right? So now it's just like, like, he fine. He good. He in good hands. Fast forward, like a year later, me and him actually ended up going out for my birthday. And I really enjoyed it. But I still didn't do anything. And the situation was a little sticky due to my ex-boyfriend. It was a little sticky, but me and him had a great time. And I'm just like, man, he didn't know I had HSV at the time. He didn't know I had herpes. But I was like, man, what if? What if? But now, like, I'm fully single. Fast forward to today. I'm fully single. We reconnected. Because he crossed my mind, so I hit him up, y'all. I hit him up to ask him about this conference, this Black Hat conference that's coming up, this in Las Vegas, and see if he wanted to go. And we were talking, and we were just catching up, and I was telling him, you know, what I have going on. He was telling me what he had going on, and I told him, of course, like, he's followed me on my social media, so he knows I have HSV now at this point. He knows my ex gave it to me, but I was just telling him, you know, what I have going on for Positive Pathways and blah, blah, blah. And I was telling him, you know, I want to go salsa dancing. I was like, you should come, blah, blah, blah. And he was just telling me how he'll see if he can make it to, you know, salsa dancing. But he really would love to see me, like, to spend time with me because it's been so long. So, I just went to go see him speak at, a panel yesterday actually, and then hopefully this weekend we can link up. I'm on a cleanse, so I told him I can't eat. He was like, how long is the cleanse? I was like, 21 days. Like, sir, I can't eat anything. But no, I'm hoping we can, you know what I'm saying? No, but I'm not. Here's the thing. Also too, I'm gonna keep it professional for now, because while I do like him and I can see, like, you know what I mean, I can see that, I don't want to commit to something if I know I just don't have the capacity to bandwidth, because again, he deserves a great, amazing woman. I'm not saying I'm not that, but he deserves it all. Like, y'all would have to like meet him to understand, like, this man is a husband, okay? Husband. And I don't say that very often. Honestly, I don't think I've ever said that about a man. I haven't. But I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I'm gonna see if we go salsa dancing this weekend. I told him I'm gonna have to move my schedule around for him because our schedules kind of conflict. The only time that we really free is the weekend, and I be having my kids, so yeah. And I actually like spending time with my child. So yeah, I want to figure it out. But no, y'all, I'm excited. I'm excited. By the way, it is day 2 of the cleanse, and to be honest, this is actually it's a lot easier than it was the first go around. But I'm going to, I promise y'all, I promise I will do a video tomorrow to update you guys on day 3. But this go around, I will say, is a lot easier than the first go around. I'll say that. Like, I know that I'm doing a cleanse, but it's almost as if I don't know that I'm doing a cleanse, if you know what I mean. But I will let y'all know the tea on the cleanse tomorrow. Promise.